The good enough lie that costs you $100,000, and how to stop under-earning. You're smart, capable, and still under-earning because of one sneaky belief. Good enough. You deliver A-level results, but you price, ask, and negotiate like a B-. That's why you feel overqualified, underpaid, and low-key invisible. It's not laziness, it's a success ceiling wired into your identity. Today, I'll expose that ceiling and give you the identity shift hack to break it. First, a quick win. A 60-second value claim reset you can use before any raise conversation or client quote today. Then we'll unpack why it works so you never slide back. Let's get you a quick raise right now. Before theory, I want you to walk into your next conversation with real leverage. Most people open with tasks, I handle X, Y, Z, and immediately train the other side to think in hours. Hours reward slowness. Outcomes reward expertise. So we're going to flip the frame in one sentence. Here's the structure. For type of client employer, I deliver specific outcome in time frame or scope. My rate for this is anchor number. Then, ask and be quiet. Why this works? You lead with value, you anchor the number, and you create a clean next step. The mistake most people make is explaining themselves into a discount. We're going to keep it tight. Let me show you exactly how. Employee version. For our growth team, I've driven a 23% increase in qualified pipeline in the last 2 quarters while reducing CAC by 12%. My new compensation target for this scope is $125,000 base with a 10% bonus. Can we align on this today? Notice 3 parts. Outcome pipeline up, CAC down, time frame 2 quarters, anchor $125K plus bonus, and a calm ask. No apologies. No if that's okay. Just a clear value recap with the number. Freelancer version. For B2B SaaS founders, I deliver a conversion-optimized website that lifts demo signups 20-40% within 60 days. My project fee for this is $8,500. Would you like the proposal by Friday? Again, outcome demo signups, time box 60 days, anchor $8,500, and a concrete next step. You've moved the conversation from hours to results. Create our coach version. For busy professionals, I deliver a 6-week system that cuts weekly planning time in half and hits one meaningful career milestone. The program is $1,200. Do you want the link to enroll? Outcome, time cut plus milestone. Time frame 6 weeks. Anchor $1,200. Simple ask. If you're thinking, but my work is complex, great, distill it to the part they care about. For who, I deliver business metric or lived result in timeline or engagement scope. My rate for this is anchor. If you can't name one outcome, choose a proxy. Speed, risk reduction, revenue saved, quality improvement, or capacity unlocked. Now, a few common pitfalls. Listing tasks instead of outcomes. Swap manage social posts for increased qualified inbound leads. Anchoring low because you're nervous. Pick a number that makes you sit up straighter. Talking after the ask. When you fill the silence, you discount. Let's do a quick practice. Grab your current pitch. Rewrite it live with the formula. If your old line was, I'm a copywriter who writes blogs and emails, upgrade to, for e-commerce brands, I write email sequences that lift repeat purchase rate 10-25% in 90 days. My fee is $4,000. Do you want me to hold a start date? Feel the difference? That's pricing power starting to form. What if they push back? 2 options, both outcome first. Scope swap. If $8,500 is high, we can focus on pages that drive the most signups and price at $5,500. Timeline shift. We can phase delivery across 2 months. Same outcome, staged payments. Do not reflex discount. Trade scope or timing, not value. If they ask for hourly, say, I don't bill by the hour because hours reward slowness. I price outcomes so you know your investment, and I'm incentivized to deliver fast. Employee twist if you're nervous. Bring receipts. In Q1, Q2, I owned initiatives that reduced ticket backlog by 38% and improved CSAT from 4.1 to 4.5. I'm asking to align my compensation to $110,000 with a path to $120,000 at the next milestone. Can we set that plan today? Short, factual, anchored. One more creator example with social proof. For indie course creators, I set up an evergreen funnel that adds 30-60 qualified leads per week within 45 days. The implementation is $3,500. Want the case study, or should I send the invoice? Now here's the 60-second pre-call script to reset your frame before any negotiation. Breathe out slowly. Read your value line out loud twice. Visualize the outcome you create, not the hours you spend. Commit to silence after the ask. Say it with me. For who I deliver outcome in time, my rate is anchor. Can we align on this today? You've got the tool, you'll use it today. And yes, it'll feel uncomfortable, and that's good. That discomfort is the edge of your current success ceiling. In a minute, I'll show you why you haven't been using this line already, and how to make asking feel normal instead of scary. Set up and roadmap what will break through. You've got a clear value line now, so let's map the terrain we're going to cross. Under-earning isn't just not making enough. It's the gap between the value you create and the value you capture. If you routinely generate outcomes that are worth 5 figures and you pocket 3, that delta is the tax of the good enough lie. There's a psychological ceiling behind that delta. I call it the success ceiling, an identity-level cap that decides what feels normal for you to ask, charge, or accept. You can run tactics all day, but if your identity sets off alarms when you touch a higher number, you'll self-correct back down. That's why we're not doing empty pep talks. We're going to change what normal feels like. This journey has 3 parts: diagnose, dismantle, deploy. In Diagnose, we'll find your income set point with data, not vibes. We'll spotlight patterns like delayed asks, over-delivery, and undercharging so you see where identity vetoes strategy. In Dismantle, we'll neutralize the safety loop. Shame predicts pain, you avoid the ask, your income confirms the ceiling. And we'll install the identity shift hack so asking becomes who you are, not a rare event. Then Deploy, we'll stack micro-evidence reps, move to outcome-based pricing, lock in scope and boundaries, and use clean ask scripts that hold in real negotiations. Along the way, we'll add nervous system tools so your voice doesn't vanish when the number leaves your mouth. You'll build pricing power you can defend and keep. Here's the payoff you can expect: stronger pricing, bolder asks, and cleaner boundaries that stop the invisible labor leaks. By the end, you'll set a new 90-day income set point on purpose and have a repeatable cadence. 2 asks a week, 1 proof asset, 1 boundary rep. That keeps ratcheting your ceiling up. First, let's find your ceiling in numbers. No judgment, no drama, just a clear dashboard so you know exactly where to push. Diagnose your success ceiling, data, not feelings. We're going to start with your income set point. Pull your last 3 full years of income, salary, bonuses, freelance revenue, creator payouts, all of it. Add them up and divide by 3. That average is your current financial thermostat. Now look at variance. The highest year minus the lowest year divided by the average. If your variance is small, you're tightly anchored. If it's wild, you might be cycling between hustle spikes and pullbacks after big wins. Next, examine decision points, not just totals. Grab your last 10 money-related decisions. For each, score it 1 or 2. 2 means you asked or held your line. 1 means you partially caved, maybe you discounted but kept a boundary. 0 means you avoided the ask or gave away value. Examples: did you propose your anchor and stop talking? That's a 2. Did you jump to a discount without a scope swap? That's a did you delay sending the proposal for a week to tweak it? That's a because delay usually drains leverage. Total the score out of 20. A 16-20 means your ask muscle is strong, but you might still be leaking scope. A 10-15 means your strategy is there, but identity resistance interrupts at the moment of truth. Under 10 means you're mostly optimizing around safety, not value capture. Now let's spot sabotage patterns. These usually hide in 3 places: timing, scope, and language. Timing: do you wait for the right moment to ask for the raise or send the new rate email? That right moment often never arrives. Scope: do you say yes to extras because it'll only take a minute, then resent the extra hours? Language: listen for softeners, just quick, if that's okay, happy to. Those words train people to expect discounts. Map your triggers. Look at the last 5 times you had a chance to ask for more. What preceded a cave? Common triggers: criticism or lukewarm feedback, money talk that feels confrontational, spikes in visibility like a bigger client or senior exec in the meeting. Write them down. We want to predict where your ceiling gets activated. Here's a simple ceiling calculator you can run monthly. Create a 3-row table for ask, hold, cave. For the last 10 money interactions, mark which bucket each one falls into. Ask means you made a clear, anchored request. Hold means you held your scope, price, or boundary when pushed. Cave means you discounted, delayed, or did unpaid extra work. Assign 2, 2, and respectively. Your goal isn't perfection, it's trend lines. If your cave count spikes when the stakes feel higher, your identity is stepping in to keep you safe. Pattern insights matter more than any single decision. For example, if your caves cluster after praise, you might be running a don't outshine script. When you get visibility, you downshift to avoid attention. If they cluster after criticism, maybe you learn to buy safety with service. I'll fix it, don't be mad, and now you collapse your rate to restore harmony. Neither pattern is a moral failure. It's a nervous system strategy. We'll address it. Add a numbers layer to make this real. Calculate your effective hourly for 3 recent projects or months, even if you don't bill hourly. Include the invisible labor, Slack replies, scope creep, weekend tweaks. If your effective hourly sank under your target because of overdelivery or discounts, label why. Fear of losing the deal, discomfort holding silence, unclear scope. Those labels show exactly where to build your next reps. Employees do a metrics poll for the same diagnosis. List 3 outcomes you've improved: revenue influenced, costs reduced, throughput increased, errors decreased, customer metrics up. Tie them to time frames. Then compare your comp to internal bands or market data. If you're materially below peers with similar impact, you're not just underpaid, you're underasking. Your set point is holding you to last year's version of you. Finally, do the visibility audit. On a scale of 1-5, rate how comfortable you feel posting a case study with outcomes, sharing a win in a team channel, or stating your rate without softeners. Low scores here correlate with caving. Why? Visibility feels like risk, and your brain links risk with social pain. When you know that, you stop making it a character flaw and start treating it as a training plan. Here's the takeaway from Diagnosis. Your numbers already tell the story. You don't need to feel more confident to move. You need to see where the identity veto kicks in and choose one lever at a time, ask, hold, or scope, to practice under slightly uncomfortable conditions. We'll calm your system so those reps stick. You can't outturn a nervous system that thinks money isn't safe. So next, we'll unpack the safety loop that's been quietly running your show and show you how to break it before we stack bigger asks. Why you're stuck, the safety loop, shame right arrow avoidance right arrow under ask. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain isn't blocking you because it hates money. It's blocking you because it thinks more money equals more exposure, more judgment, and more chances to mess up in public. If asking triggers that threat signal, your system slams the brakes. That's the safety loop in action. The loop works like this. First, shame predicts pain. Not the loud, dramatic kind, more like a subtle whisper. If you ask, they'll see you're not worth it. Then avoidance kicks in. You delay the email, soften the rate, over-prepare instead of proposing. Finally, the under-ask happens. You price low, accept the first counter, or give extra for free. The result? Your income confirms the old ceiling. Your nervous system goes, see, that's safer. Loop complete. Why does shame show up here? Shame's job is to keep you in the tribe by shrinking you when you sense social risk. Money conversations are inherently social risk. Status, fairness, reputation. Your body reads them like standing up in front of a crowd. If you learned early that visibility invites criticism, your system pairs success with exposure and exposure with danger. So you self-limit to stay safe. The thing most people miss is that they keep stacking tactics on top of threat. More scripts, more decks, more data. But if your body is convinced the ask is dangerous, it will find a way to sabotage, send late, soften the language, accept a bad scope. This clicked for me when a student nailed the prep for a raise, then whispered the number and immediately made it easy to say no. Not a strategy problem, a safety problem. So let's decode your loop. Grab this prompt. If I succeed, then, and finish the sentence 10 ways. Don't filter. If I succeed, then my family will expect more. If I succeed, then colleagues will resent me. If I succeed, then I'll have to keep proving myself. These are your threat predictions, not reality. They're old protective rules. Seeing them on paper turns a foggy feeling into something you can work with. Now the reframe. The reason the loop holds is you've been pairing success with more pressure. We're going to pair success with less stress. Ask yourself, if I charge appropriately, what gets easier? Maybe fewer clients, cleaner scope, fewer weekend rescues, more focused delivery. Revenue buys margin. Margin lowers stress. That's not motivational fluff, it's an operational truth. Outcome pricing with boundaries reduces chaos. Let me show you exactly how to apply this before your next ask. First, acknowledge the threat prediction out loud. My body thinks this ask equals rejection. That sentence separates you from the feeling. Then choose a regulation move that works in 2 minutes or less. Box breath, 4 in, 4 hold, 6 out, repeat 3 times. Cold splash on wrists or cheeks to signal safety. Grounding triad, name 3 things you see, 2 you feel, 1 you hear. The point isn't zen, it's getting your voice back online. Now shift the internal question. Most people walk into negotiations asking, how do I avoid conflict? That question produces small numbers and fuzzy scope. The better question is, what outcome earns this number and reduces stress for both sides? That's the game changer nobody talks about. When you frame the ask as creating clarity and calm delivery, your system stops fighting you. Common mistakes to avoid: rehearsing only the perfect yes. If your nervous system only practices sunshine, the first cloud, can you do lower? Spikes threat and you cave. Instead, rehearse the 2 most likely pushbacks and your scope or timeline swaps. You're proving to your body that you have exits. Threat drops. Another mistake, trying to build confidence first. Confidence is a lagging indicator. Micro-evidence beats affirmations. That's why we'll stack small reps. Send the anchored proposal to 1 warm lead, post 1 outcome win internally, deliver 1 boundary email this week. Each rep votes for I'm the kind of person who asks and holds. Identity follows proof. Let's put this into a tiny drill you can run today. Before your next money conversation, do this 4-step pre-flight. Label the threat, my system predicts social risk. Regulate, 3 rounds of box breath or a 15-second cold splash. Reframe success, this ask reduces chaos, buys focus. Read your value line once, then commit to silence after the ask. During the call, if you feel your throat tighten, do a micro reset. Long exhale, sip water, and say, give me a second to pull up the exact figure. That buys time without signaling insecurity. When they counter, respond with, we can hold the outcome and adjust scope, or we can hold scope and adjust timeline. You're trading constraints, not your value. After the call, even if it went sideways, close the loop in your favor. Shake your shoulders, take a brisk 2-minute walk, and write 1 sentence. I asked and held X. That's how you teach your system that asking doesn't equal exile. Next time will feel 5% easier. If you remember nothing else, remember this. You don't fix under-earning by pushing harder through fear. You fix it by making your nervous system feel safe enough to ask cleanly, hold calmly, and exit gracefully. We'll keep stacking those low-risk proofs, but first we'll install an identity that makes asking your default, not a heroic exception. Identity shift hack: become the person who asks. Everything we've done so far calms the brakes. Now we install a new driver. Behavior follows identity. When you believe I'm the kind of person who asks and holds, your brain looks for ways to act that out. When your identity is I'm helpful and low maintenance, you'll over-deliver and undercharge to protect that story. So we're going to edit your story on purpose. Here's the framework: values, evidence, boundaries. Values define who you are. Evidence proves it in the real world. Boundaries protect it when pressure hits. Most people try to jump to affirmations. That's brittle. Micro-evidence beats affirmations because your nervous system trusts actions it can see. Start with values. Pick 2 statements that would make under-earning impossible. Keep them short, behavior-based, and true enough that you can live them today. Examples: I price on outcomes. I protect my time. I ask cleanly. I lead with proof. I trade scope, not discounts. You only need 2, more is noise. Now evidence. You'll write 3 evidence reps you can execute this week to prove each value. Make them so small you can't fail, but unavoidably identity-shaped. If your value is I price on outcomes, an evidence rep could be: send 1 outcome-framed proposal with an anchor. Post 1 short case study highlighting a measurable result. Replace hourly on your site with a good, better, best outcome ladder. If your value is I protect my time, your reps might be: Send one boundary email with office hours. Add a change order clause to a template. Decline one unpaid favor with a polite alternative. Then boundaries. Think of them as your anti-cave guardrails. Identify the 2 pressure points that make you fold, maybe friendly scope creep or quick call requests or budget is tight lines. Write one sentence you'll use to protect each value at those points. For scope creep, happy to help, let's add it as a phase 2-line item. For budget, we can keep the outcome and adjust scope or keep scope and adjust timeline. For time, I'm available Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1-4 p.m. Drop questions async and I'll reply within 24 hours. Put it together into your money identity statement. It's 1 paragraph, present tense, first person, values plus proof plus boundaries. Here's a template you can steal. I price on outcomes and protect my time. I prove it by sending anchored, outcome-based proposals, publishing 1 result a week, and using a good, better, best ladder. I protect it with scope boxes, office hours, and trade-offs instead of discounts. Read it out loud daily for 14 days, then refresh with new reps. Now you might be thinking, saying it doesn't make it true. Great. Don't rely on saying it. Make it true with reps. The reason this works is your identity updates from repeated congruent actions. 2 reps per value, weekly, for 4 weeks is enough to feel the internal click. Asking stops feeling like a performance and starts feeling like hygiene. Let me show you exactly how to pick reps that stick. Use the 3S filter: small, specific, scheduled. Small, you can do it in under 15 minutes. Specific, it's outcome-linked, not vague. Scheduled, it lives on your calendar, not your hopes. Send 1 proposal by Friday, 3 p.m. with a $8,500 anchor passes. Be bolder doesn't. Here are example identities you can adopt and tailor. I price on outcomes. Evidence reps. Replace task-based bullets with outcomes in your deck. Add 1 measurable metric to your last case study. Quote your next project as fixed fee with success criteria. I protect my time. Evidence reps. Create a scope box with inclusions, exclusions, and a change policy. Publish response SLAs in your kickoff. Install a rush fee for under 48-hour requests and test it once. I'm the kind of person who asks cleanly. Evidence reps. Practice your value line into voice notes 5 times and listen back. Make 1 ask this week to a warm lead. Roleplay 2 common counters and your scope timeline swaps. Fast fact, the bar for evidence is low but cumulative. 5 tiny reps beat 1 heroic leap because your system encodes safety through repetition, not drama. Now here's where most people mess up. They pick values that attack their old identity. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. Your brain hears people pleaser and locks in the label. Frame toward the behavior you want, not away from the one you don't. Another slip, they pick reps that require someone else's yes. Land a 10K deal by Friday. Better, send 1 10K anchored proposal by Friday. You control send, not sign. A quick micro story. Last month, a designer wrote I ask cleanly as a value and set 3 reps. Send 1 anchored proposal, post 1 outcome win, decline 1 unpaid revision. She didn't feel ready. She did the reps anyway. The proposal came back with a counter. Instead of discounting, she swapped scope and held the number. That one hold paid for the next 2 weeks. Identity follows evidence. Let's lock yours. Grab your notes and complete these 3 prompts. My 2 values, I verb object, I verb object. My 3 reps per value this week. List 6 actions under 15 minutes each. My 2 boundary sentences, 1 for scope creep, 1 for budget pushback. Schedule the reps. Read your money identity statement out loud every morning before work. Then collect proof like a scientist. A sent email, a posted case study, a held boundary. By the end of the week, you'll have 6 pieces of evidence that you are the kind of person who asks and holds. Once you nail that, everything else clicks. Identity needs proof, so we'll stack low-risk reps next to raise your ceiling fast. Micro-evidence ladder, 10 reps that raise your ceiling. Identity needs proof, so we're going to stack 10 tiny, uncomfortable actions across 10 days. 1 rep per day. Small on purpose, because your nervous system encodes safety through repetition, not heroics. Think of this like progressive overload for your ask muscle. The rule, never skip 2 days, keep reps under 15 minutes, and track fatigue. If a rep spikes dread past a 7 out of 10, scale it down, not off. Day 1, outcome swap. Take 1 public asset, website, LinkedIn headline, portfolio, and replace task language with one outcome statement. I design landing pages becomes I lift trial signups 20-40% in 60 days. This flips your frame everywhere future clients look. Day 2, plus 20% test. Pick one warm lead or current client due for a new scope and anchor 20% higher than your last similar win. If 20% feels like a cliff, try 10%, but anchor cleanly and stop talking. You're teaching your body that bigger numbers don't equal danger. Day 3, scope guardrail. Add a scope box to one proposal or project doc, inclusions, exclusions, and a simple change order policy. Keep it 2 bullets each. You'll feel the relief immediately because ambiguity is where overdelivery starts. Day 4, rush fee install. Write one line into your terms. Requests inside 48 hours carry a 25% rush fee. Don't wait to need it. Put it in now. If a rush hits this month, you'll have a ready-made boundary. Day 5, payment terms upgrade. Send one invoice or quote with 50% upfront, 50% on milestone, or net 7 instead of net 30. If you're an employee, set a milestone-based check-in tied to outcomes so your next raise conversation has anchors baked in. Day 6, proof swap. Replace an effort brag hours logged, features shipped with an outcome receipt. Post a 2-sentence case study, challenge metric result. Cut onboarding time from 12 days to 7, churn in first 90 days fell 18%. Proof beats polish. Day 7, boundary email 2 minutes. Use this template. To keep delivery fast and focused, I'm available 2:1-4 p.m. Outside that, drop questions async and I'll reply within 24 hours. For new items beyond scope, I'll send a quick change order. Send it to one client or team. Day 8, discovery call guardrail. Write a 1-sentence call policy. I don't problem solve on discovery calls. I diagnose fit and recommend best next steps. Say it at the start of your next call. You'll stop giving away consulting for free. Day 9, price ladder build. Draft good, better, best for one offer. Good, core outcome. Better, outcome plus speed or support. Best, outcome plus speed, support, and strategic add-on. The better tier becomes your target. Best is a high anchor. Good is a decoy with clear boundaries. Day 10, ask rep send one clean ask today, a raise alignment meeting, a rate increase letter, or a proposal with your new anchor. You've been training for 9 days. This is the proof rep. Keep it short, breathe, and commit to silence after the number. Now, how do you keep these reps sustainable? Track ask muscle fatigue. Each day, rate your nervous system from 1 to 10 before and after the rep. If your after score drops 2 points or more, tomorrow's rep should be easier, not bigger. Example, if day 2's plus 20% test left you spinning, make day 3's scope box your only move and take a 5-minute walk afterward. The goal is steady exposure, not overwhelm. Let me show you exactly how to use the social proof swap without bragging. Use the CPR frame, context, process, result in 3 sentences. Context, their demo to close was stalling at 12%. Process, we reworked the value prop and sign-up path. Result, demo to close rose to 18% in 45 days. No fluff, just receipts. And here's a 2-minute boundary email template you can copy. Subject, quick update on workflow and scope. To keep delivery on track, I'm consolidating comms to email and our project board. I'm available 2:1-4 p.m. ET. Outside that window, I'll reply within 24 hours. For any new requests beyond the agreed scope, I'll send a quick change order with pricing and timeline. For turnarounds inside 48 hours, I apply a 25% rush fee to ensure quality. Send it once, refer to it often. It becomes your script when pressure hits. Common mistakes to avoid on this ladder. Stacking 2 heavy reps on the same day. Don't do a plus 20% anchor and a raise ask back-to-back. Alternate heavy and light. Turning reps into projects. A case study doesn't need a design system. 2 sentences and a metric win. Making reps dependent on someone else's yes. You control sends, posts, clauses, terms. Keep your locus of control tight. Micro story time. A developer messaged me after running this ladder. He anchored plus 20% on a maintenance retainer, added the rush fee clause, and posted 1 CPR proof. The client pushed back on price. He offered a scope swap, dropped non-critical alerts triage, and held the number. The rush fee kicked in a week later, covering the time he would have eaten. Net result, same hours, higher effective rate, less weekend noise. The difference? 10 minutes a day, 10 days straight. If you remember nothing else from this ladder, remember the cadence. One small rep every day under 15 minutes, tracked. Evidence compounds. Once you see that curve, asking stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like maintenance. Now that you've got reps on the board, we'll turn that proof into real pricing power with outcome-based pricing you can defend. Outcome-based pricing, stop selling hours. You've built evidence and boundaries. Now we turn that into pricing power. The thing most people miss is that hourly billing rewards slowness. If you get faster, you earn less. Outcome-based pricing flips the incentive so your expertise and speed are assets, not liabilities. What is it in plain terms? You charge a fixed fee tied to a defined result, not the time it takes. Think cut onboarding time from 12 days to 7 for $9,500, not $125 per hour. The reason this works is simple. Clients don't wake up wanting hours. They want solved problems with clear success markers and predictable investment. Let me show you exactly how to implement it. Start with one offer and run it through 4 steps. Outcome, constraints, success metric, proof. Outcome, state the business result in 1 sentence. Constraints, define the levers you'll pull and what's out of scope. Success metric, pick one measurable indicator both sides can see. Proof, show one receipt that you've done something similar. Here's a concrete example for a freelancer. Outcome, increase demo to trial conversion 20-40% in 60 days. Constraints, will audit, rewrite key pages, and implement A/B tests, no brand overhaul. Success metric, demo to trial percentage by day 60. Proof, last client rose from 12% to 18% in 45 days. Now price the whole engagement as a fixed fee, not a blended hourly guess. You're packaging value, not minutes. Employees can use the same logic for internal initiatives. Outcome, reduce ticket backlog 30% in 90 days. Constraints, will automate 3 top workflows and adjust triage rules, hiring not included. Success metric, open tickets by day 90, average time to close. Proof, Q2 pilot cut backlog 18% in 6 weeks. Then you align compensation or a role upgrade to the outcome delivered, not extra effort. Once you've defined the outcome, build a simple price ladder. Good, better, best. Good is the core result with tight scope. Better adds speed or support. Best adds speed, support, and a strategic layer. For our conversion project, good could be audit plus implementation on 2 pages for $6,500. Better, audit plus implementation on 5 pages with weekly reporting for $9,500. Best, everything in better plus CRO roadmap and team training for $14,500. The best package sets a high anchor. Most clients pick better because it feels like smart middle ground. Good protects you from discount requests by being a real, scoped option with fewer inclusions. Now, a quick warning. The biggest mistakes with outcome pricing are vague outcomes, unlimited scope, and discount-first habits. Make the site better isn't an outcome. Improve page load to under 2 seconds on core pages is. Unlimited scope is the silent killer. If you don't box inclusions and exclusions, you're back to selling endless time. And if the first thing you do when they flinch is discount, you've taught them the price was arbitrary. So what do you say when they ask, why fixed fee? Use this line. Hours reward slowness, fixed fees reward expertise. You know your investment up front and I'm incentivized to deliver fast. If they push for hourly, respond with options, not defensiveness. We can do a discovery sprint at $1,500 to finalize the outcome and scope. After that, I quote a fixed fee with success metrics. You're reducing perceived risk without surrendering your model. Let's talk numbers for a second. How do you set the fee? Work backward from value and effort, then add risk and speed. Value, what's the dollar impact of the outcome? If reducing churn 1% saves $50,000 annually, capturing a sensible slice is fair. Effort, estimate time and costs privately so you're not guessing into a loss. Risk, add a buffer for unknowns. Speed, fast delivery is a feature, charge for it in better or best. This clicked for a client of mine when she stopped quoting hourly design and packaged brand sprints as outcomes. Good, new visual system and core pages in 21 days, $7,500. Better, add messaging and brand guide $10,500. Best, plus launch support and 1/4 of updates $15,500. Her effective hourly doubled without adding hours. Why? The value was in the launch, not the minutes. Before we continue, you need to understand the approval path. Outcome pricing gets approved faster when procurement can see comparables and clear deliverables. Use side-by-side bullets, inclusions, timeline, success metric, and 2 proof lines. Keep it scannable. Decision makers aren't reading essays, they're checking risk. During negotiation, trade constraints, not your number. We can hold $9,500 by focusing on the top 3 pages first. Or, we can meet the budget by extending timeline to 90 days. Scope or time moves, outcome clarity stays. One last tactic, add a pilot or risk reversal to de-risk without discounting. We can run a 4-week pilot at $3,000 to validate the approach. If we hit the interim metric, we roll into the full engagement and credit $1,500 to the project. You're making a smaller yes easier while keeping the outcome frame. If you remember nothing else here, remember this. Price the change you create, not the chair you sit in. Tie your fee to a result with clear boundaries, present options that anchor high, and trade scope or time when pressure hits. Now that your pricing rewards expertise, we'll tighten delivery guardrails so you never have to buy safety with overwork again. Scope, boundaries, and anti-over-delivery guardrails. Great pricing dies without clean delivery, so this is where we stop buying safety with extra hours. Think of boundaries as the chassis that holds your outcome pricing on the road. Without them, every tiny favor becomes a ditch. Start with the boundary triangle: scope, time, access. Pick 2 to be generous with and fix the 3rd. If you promise fast delivery and generous access, scope must be tight. If you offer broad scope and fast delivery, access becomes limited. Most over-delivery happens because people try to be generous on all 3. You can't. Choose. Now build a scope box for every engagement. 4 lines max, inclusions, what's inside, stated as bullets tied to the outcome. Exclusions, what's out, especially the tempting add-ons. Assumptions, what you require from them, assets, approvals, SME access. Change policy, how new items are priced and scheduled. Read it aloud in kickoff. If you don't say it out loud, it doesn't exist. Here's a quick example for a CRO project. Inclusions, audit, copy and UX updates for top 5 pages, 2 A/B tests. Exclusions, brand redesign, backend refactors, net new feature builds. Assumptions, analytics access within 48 hours. Approvals in 2 business days. Change policy, new items via change order. Build at fixed add-ons with timeline impact. Access boundaries next. Set office hours and response SLAs to kill invisible labor. I'm available 2:04 p.m. ET. Async messages get a reply within 24 hours. Put it in writing and in your email footer. During kickoff, say, if something's urgent, mark it urgent and it'll hit my same-day queue. All else follows the SLA. You've now created lanes so you don't sprint all week. Add the pause the project clause to your terms. It's simple. If client feedback or assets are delayed more than 7 days, work pauses and the timeline shifts accordingly. If delay exceeds 21 days, a reactivation fee of X applies to restart. This protects your calendar and your cash flow. Without it, their stall becomes your scramble. Install a rush fee. We touched this earlier, but here's the language. Requests with less than 48 hours, notice carry a 25% rush fee to preserve quality and timelines. Don't hide it. Put it in your kickoff and point to it when the Friday 4 p.m. email arrives. For employees, boundaries are the same game with different labels: responsibilities, metrics, and bandwidth. Use this script with your manager. Here's my current scope. A, B, C, here are the metrics I'm responsible for. X and Y I can take on D, but that means we'll deprioritize B or extend the timeline. Which trade-off do you prefer? You're trading scope or time, not silently absorbing work. Let me show you exactly how to write a clean change policy that doesn't feel adversarial. Use clear, friendly language. Happy to include new items. I'll send a quick change order with pricing and an updated timeline, and we'll align before starting. This lowers defensiveness and keeps you out of freebie land. Common places, you'll get pulled into overdelivery. Meetings without agendas. Solve it. Can you send an agenda and desired outcome? If not, let's handle a sync. Quick revisions that reopen decisions. Solve it. That's a new direction. Happy to scope it as an add-on. Backchannel DMs. Solve it. Let's keep comms in the project board so nothing slips. Add a decision log. 1 page, date, decision, owner, rationale. When someone tries to unmake a choice, you point to the log and say, "We can revisit. Hear us what changes if we do." You turn waffling into scoped work. Now, tie boundaries to money with 3 micro clauses. Kill switch. If payment is overdue by 7 days, work pauses until balance is cleared. Acceptance window. Deliverables are deemed accepted unless revisions are requested within 5 business days. Feedback bundle. We consolidate feedback into 1 round per milestone. During kickoff, do a 5-minute expectation readout. Outcome, scope box, timeline, access, change policy, rush fee. Stop for questions. Once they nod, you have social proof for every hold later. What about being nice? Boundaries are nice. They protect outcomes, timelines, and relationships. The thing most people miss is that over-delivery creates resentment that leaks into tone, speed, and quality. Clean guardrails keep you generous where it matters. The result. Micro story. A PM I coached added an acceptance window and feedback bundle. Her team went from 6 scattered revision loops to 2 tight rounds. Same quality, 30% less swirl, and she left at 5 p.m. for the first time in months. 1 clause, read out loud. If you remember nothing else here, remember this. Write it, say it, and point to it. Scope, time, and access are your levers. Fix 1, flex 2, and you'll stop paying the good enough tax with your evenings. With guardrails set, you're ready to ask for the number and hold it calmly when pressure hits. Asking scripts, raises, rates, and negotiations. Now that delivery is tight, let's talk words you can use. The structure is simple: value recap, outcome proof, new number, silence. 4 beats. If you only memorize one thing today, memorize that cadence. Here's the basic script. Over the last time frame, I delivered outcome 1 and outcome 2. Based on that impact, I'm aligning my rate/comp to number. Then stop talking. Count to 8 in your head if you need to. Employee raise version. In the past 2 quarters, I cut our ticket backlog 38% and lifted CSAT from 4.1 to 4.5. I'd like to align my compensation to $120,000 base with a 10% bonus. Can we confirm that adjustment this cycle? Why this works? You frame outcomes the business tracks, you anchor the number, you ask for decision timing. No hedging. If they push back with, "We need more time," you say, "Great. What information would help and what's the decision date?" Lock a date. Ambiguity is where raises go to die. Freelancer rate increase script. In the last engagement, the new onboarding reduced tickets by 22% and cut time to value by 4 days. For ongoing work, my retainer is moving to $4,000 per month starting next month. We'll keep the same scope and response SLAs. Does that work for you? You're pairing proof with a calm, forward-looking adjustment. If they say, "That's higher than we expected," you reply, "We can keep the outcome and adjust scope, or keep scope and extend timeline. Which do you prefer?" You've offered a professional trade, not a price wobble. Project quote script with options. Here are 3 approaches. Good at $6,500 focuses on the top 3 pages. Better at $9,500 adds reporting and testing. Best at $14,500 includes training and a CRO roadmap. Given your launch date, better is the fit I recommend. Which option should I prepare? Anchor with best, recommend the middle, and ask for a choice, not permission. Creator or coach enrollment script. Clients use this program to cut planning time in half and ship 1 career milestone in 6 weeks. The program is $1,200. Do you want me to send the link? Short, clear, direct. Now, counters you'll hear and lines to hold. "We don't have budget." Understood. We can hold the outcome and adjust scope, or keep scope and extend timeline. If the outcome isn't a priority this quarter, let's put a decision date on the calendar so you don't have to keep revisiting this. You're creating closure or a timed reopen. Can you do it for exposure? I have a proof rate card. If you can provide a case study, logo use, and 2 outcome testimonials, I can offer the good package at full price and include a bonus review session. Otherwise, I don't exchange delivery for exposure. Exposure becomes a defined asset, not a fantasy. Another vendor is cheaper. They might be a fit. My pricing is tied to the outcome and the constraints we've outlined. If we compare apples to apples, same pages, same timeline, same success metric, I'm confident in this number. If budget is the constraint, let's reduce scope. Bring it back to outcome comparables. We'll revisit next quarter. Great, let's lock a decision date now. I'll hold these terms for 30 days. Beyond that, my availability and pricing may change. You add urgency without pressure. You're new to this. That's exactly why I build in risk reversal. We can run a 4-week pilot focused on one measurable metric at $3,000. If we hit it, we roll into the full engagement and I credit half the pilot. That de-risks the decision while keeping the outcome frame. Reduce risk, not rate. Silence is a tool. Say your number, then quiet. If they ask, can you break down your hours? Reply, I don't bill hours because hours reward slowness. I price outcomes so you know your investment up front and I'm incentivized to deliver fast. If they insist, offer a discovery sprint. We can do a $1,500 scoping sprint to finalize the plan. I'll then quote a fixed fee. For employees handling pushback like, there's a comp freeze, try. Understood. Let's align on a written plan. If I deliver outcome by date, we adjust base to X and title to Y on specific cycle. Can we document that now? You turn a soft no into a contingent yes with criteria. Red flags to respect. Budget objections sound like, we don't have funds until Q4. Value objections sound like, I don't see why this costs that much. Budget can be timed or scoped. Value needs clarity or it's not a fit. Don't sell someone on value they can't see. Show one proof, clarify the outcome, then offer a pilot. If they still don't see it, exit cleanly. Now a quick drill. Write your primary script using the 4-beat cadence. Record yourself saying it 3 times. Then record 3 counters you're likely to hear and your scope timeline swaps. Listen back. You'll hear filler words and softeners. Cut them. Replace just with nothing. Replace if that works with a real question. Does that work for you? During the actual call, if your voice shakes, slow down and use a placeholder. Let me check the doc for the exact figure. Breathe, then restate the number. If they interrupt, say, I'll share the number and then happy to answer questions, and finish your sentence. You're training the room to hear the anchor before the debate. End every negotiation with a written recap. To recap, outcome X by date Y option better at $9,500. Scope A, B, C timeline 60 days. Decision date Friday, 5 p.m. ET. Next step, I'll send the agreement now. Clarity closes. And clarity is your best friend when nerves try to talk you into fuzziness. You've got the words, the counters, and the trade-offs. Next, we'll get your body ready to deliver them under pressure so your voice stays steady when the number leaves your mouth. Nervous system playbook. Regulate before you ask. You've got the scripts and the trades. Now we make sure your body can deliver them. When your system is dysregulated, your voice thins out, your logic collapses, and you start negotiating against yourself. So here's a simple playbook. 3 tools, 1 pre-ask ritual, a few in-call micro-resets, and a quick post-call recovery. 2 minutes to install, lifetime payoff. First, why these tools matter. Money conversations register as social risk. Your body interprets that as potential rejection, so it floods you with sympathetic arousal, shallow breath, racing thoughts, tight throat. That's why you over-explain or rush to fill silences. We'll interrupt the spiral on purpose. Tool 1, box breath. 4 in, 4 hold, 6 out, 4 hold. Repeat 3 cycles. The extended exhale signals we're safe, which brings your prefrontal cortex back online so you can access words, numbers, and judgment. Aim for nasal inhale, relax jaw, shoulders down. Tool 2, cold splash. Run cold water over your wrists or splash your cheeks for 10-15 seconds. It triggers a mild dive response that dampens the stress spike. No theatrics, just enough to reset. Tool 3, grounding triad. Name 3 things you see, 2 you physically feel, and 1 sound you hear. Out loud if you can. That shifts attention from future threat to present reality. It's fast and works anywhere, even walking to a conference room. Now the pre-ask ritual, 2 minutes tops. Step 1, label. My system predicts social risk. You're not broken, you're primed. Labeling reduces intensity. Step 2, regulate. 1 round of box breath plus a 10-second cold splash if available. If not, do the grounding triad. Step 3, prime your posture. Stand tall, feet planted, shoulders back, low belly engaged. Breath low and slow. You're telling your nervous system, we're in control. Step 4, read your value line once slowly. Then say, and I will be silent after the ask. Commit. That's it, don't stack 10 hacks. Simplicity wins. During the call, micro resets keep you steady. Use a long exhale when you feel speed creep. Take a sip of water before answering a price question. If your mind blanks, buy time with, give me a second to pull the exact figure. Check your breathing, inhale through the nose, longer exhale. Keep your jaw relaxed and your tongue off the roof of your mouth so your voice doesn't tighten. Silence management is crucial. After you anchor, count a slow 8 in your head. If they interrupt, acknowledge and finish. I'll share the number, then happy to answer questions. You're training the room to hear the anchor before debate. If you get a sharp pushback and feel a spike, name the request and convert it to a decision tree. I'm hearing budget as the constraint. We can hold the outcome and adjust scope, or hold scope and extend timeline. Which is better? Decision trees calm chaos because they create edges. For video calls, reduce self-triggering by minimizing self-view. You don't need to monitor your face, you need to monitor your breath. Keep notes visible, outcomes, options, number. Glance, don't scroll. Scrolling spikes stress and signals uncertainty. For in-person, anchor your hands. Rest them lightly on the table, palms down. Fidgeting signals nerves to you more than to them. A still body cues a still mind. Post-call, complete the stress cycle. Shake your arms and legs for 20 seconds or take a brisk 2-minute walk. Then write 1 sentence, win or not, I asked and held X. You're teaching your system that asking doesn't equal danger. If it went sideways, write the next rep you control. Send recap with options, or book follow-up with decision date. Action replaces ruminating. Let's package this into a card you can screenshot. Pre-ask, label right arrow box breath X3 grounding triad right arrow read value line once right arrow commit to silence. In call, long exhale right arrow sip right arrow, give me a second, buffer right arrow options, not defenses right arrow count to 8 after number. Post call, shake or walk right arrow 1 sentence of evidence right arrow next controlled action. Common slips. Overprepping content, underprepping your state. Do both, but state first. Letting urgency infect your pace. Slow is smooth, smooth is clear, clear converts. Seeking permission with tone. End sentences down, not up. It's $9,500. Not, it's $9,500. A quick micro story. A client used this sequence before a panel negotiation. She labeled the spike, did box breath and a cold wrist splash, minimized self-view, and anchored with a clear, better option. When procurement asked for hours, she exhaled, sipped, and said, I don't bill hours because hours reward slowness. We can do a $1,500 discovery sprint, then a fixed fee with success metrics. They picked the discovery sprint, then rolled into the full project at her number. Same words as her rehearsal, this time, her nervous system let them land. Run this playbook before your next ask. 2 minutes. Your words are ready, make your body ready to carry them. Leak Audit, hidden ways you give value away free. You've tightened your state and your scripts. Now we plug the leaks that quietly drain your earning power. Under-earning often isn't about low prices, it's about invisible freebies piled on top. We'll run a 5-part audit and install 1-sentence fixes so value stops slipping out the side. Leak 1, free consulting in DMs and discovery calls. The pattern sounds like quick question followed by a mini project. Discovery is for fit, not fixing. Your boundary sentence, I use discovery to confirm fit and outline next steps. Happy to dive into solutions once we're engaged. If someone presses, offer a paid diagnostic. I run a scoped audit for $750. You'll get findings, priorities, and a rollout plan. Leak 2, scope creep disguised as tiny favors. Tiny favors accumulate into unpaid scope. Your sentence, happy to include that, let's add it as a change order with pricing and timeline. If it's micro but recurring, create a fixed add-on menu. Additional page build, $650. Expedited review, $300. You're turning drift into defined choices. Leak 3, meetings without agendas. No agenda, no outcome, lots of time bleed. Your boundary, can you share an agenda and the decision we're aiming for? If it's a status update, I'll send notes async by 3 p.m. If they can't produce an agenda, push for a sync. I'll drop a loom with updates and open questions. You'll claw back hours without losing visibility. Leak 4, backchannel support and always-on access. Slack pings at 10 p.m., quick reviews on weekends, surprise calls. Your sentence, to keep delivery fast, I'm available 2:14 p.m. ET. Outside that window, I reply within 24 hours. For urgent items, mark urgent and I'll prioritize. Pair it with a rush fee reminder. Inside 48 hours carries a 25% rush fee. You're training expectations. Leak 5, content that teaches everything but never invites a paid step. Thought leadership becomes free training if there's no CTA. Your fix, add one outcome-based invitation to every post. If you want the exact playbook, I run a 45-minute diagnostic, book the link. Or for employees, internal version, end updates with a resourcing ask. To hit this 90-day outcome, I need access to X and budget for Y. You're converting attention into action. Let me show you exactly how to run this audit today. Pull up last week's messages, meetings, and deliverables. Mark anything that met one of 3 conditions: solved a problem before engagement, added work not in scope, or required after-hours response. Tally the minutes. Convert them to an effective dollar amount using your target rate. Seeing the cost makes boundaries feel responsible, not rude. Now plug each leak with one line, written and rehearsed. Put your DM boundary in a text expander. Pin your discovery call script above your camera. Add the change order sentence to your proposal template. Paste your office hours into your email footer. And update your content checklist. Outcome, proof, CTA. You're engineering the default. Employee version matters here too. Leaks show up as helping other teams without credit, being the unofficial PM or fixing upstream errors. Use this sentence. Happy to support. Can we log this under project so the impact rolls to my metrics? Or, I can take this on if we deprioritize B or extend timeline on C. Which trade-off do you prefer? You're converting invisible labor into visible impact or scope trade-offs. Common pushback and what to say. It'll only take a minute. If it's quick, it's easy to scope. Here, the add-on and timing. Can we pick your brain? I keep brains for clients. Let's do a paid diagnostic so you leave with a plan. We'll just hop on a quick call. If you send the agenda, I'll confirm if a call beats a sync. Otherwise, I'll loom the answers today. Micro story. A marketer added an agenda rule and a change order line. In 2 weeks, she cut 3 standing meetings, moved 2 tiny favors into $900 add-ons, and her net new time funded a case study that closed her next client at her better tier. Same skill, fewer leaks, higher capture. If you remember nothing else, remember this: leaks aren't kindness, they're cost. 1 sentence per leak turns generosity into structure. Close them this week, then we'll expand your opportunity with calm, repeatable visibility. Visibility without the burn. Authority systems. With leaks closed, it's time to expand opportunity without turning yourself into a content machine. Under-earning thrives in obscurity, but visibility doesn't have to mean burnout. We'll build an authority flywheel that runs on proof, presence, and pipeline, small weekly moves that compound. Why this matters? When people see clear outcomes attached to your name, pricing resistance drops and inbound rises. The thing most people miss is they try to be everywhere, post daily, and burn out by week 3. We'll do less, but better. Here's the flywheel: proof, presence, pipeline. Proof is your receipts, short, scannable case studies that show results. Presence is where you show up consistently, not constantly. Pipeline is a steady flow of conversations tied to one clear offer. Once you nail that, everything else is optional. Let's start with proof. Commit to 1 case study post per week using the CPR frame: context, process, result. 3 sentences, 1 metric. Context: churn in first 90 days was 12%. Process: we tightened onboarding and rewrote the first run flow. Result: churn fell to 9% in 6 weeks. No fluff. Screenshots help, charts before after, Slack praise. Build a social proof library as you go, outcomes, metric screenshots, thank you notes, side-by-sides. Store them in one folder with tags so you can grab proof fast. Now presence. Pick one primary channel and one partner channel. Primary is where your ideal buyers already pay attention: LinkedIn, email, community, internal Slack. Partner is someone else's audience, podcast guesting, a friend's newsletter, a community workshop. The rule: one quality post on your primary each week, one partner appearance each month. That's it. No daily treadmill. Your weekly post template. Start with a problem your buyers feel, share one outcome win with a metric, add one practical tip, and end with an invitation. Keep it under 150 words or a 60-second video. Rotate topics. Outcomes you create, obstacles you remove, before-after breakdowns, and tiny how-tos that point back to your offer. Pipeline connects attention to action. Use one clear offer CTA consistently. For freelancers, I run a 45-minute diagnostic to map your fastest path to outcome, DM Diagnostic. For consultants, 3-slot implementation sprint this month, reply sprint for details. For creators, if you want templates, I've got a mini offer, link in bio. For employees, to hit the 90-day outcome, I need access to X and budget for Y, let's align this week. Every post should naturally lead to the next step. Let me show you exactly how to avoid the content grind. Batch 1 hour on Mondays, write a CPR case study, repurpose it into a short LinkedIn post, a 45-second loom, and a 2-sentence internal update. Same proof, different wrappers. Schedule the post. Send 2 personal invites to people who'd benefit. Then move on with your day. Partner Channel Playbook. List 5 aligned hosts or communities and pitch a single talk that teaches one result you deliver. Title it Outcome First. Cut onboarding time by 40% in 30 days, the 3-step system. Give value, show one case, then offer your diagnostic. One appearance can fill a month of pipeline. Employees, here's your internal authority system. Presence lives in cross-functional wins and sponsor visibility. Once a week, post a short update in the relevant channel. Problem, action, result, next decision needed. Once a month, share a one-pager of outcomes with your manager and a sponsor 2 levels up. Close with a clear resourcing ask tied to the next outcome. Authority at work is proof plus proactive alignment. Common mistakes to avoid. Posting tips with no outcomes. Tips feel like commodity content. Outcomes create demand. New channel every week. Depth beats breadth. Own one lane until it feeds you. Soft CTAs. If helpful, follow is fine for creators, weak for revenue. Ask for the next step. Perfection paralysis. Screenshots with numbers beat polished carousels without receipts. Microstory. A copywriter committed to 1 CPR post weekly and 1 partner workshop monthly. In 8 weeks, she booked 3 diagnostics from posts, closed 2 at her better tier, and stopped cold pitching. She published fewer than a dozen pieces. Proof-powered presence, presence-fed pipeline. Build your cadence now. Weekly, 1 CPR proof post, 2 warm outreach messages, 1 CTA. Monthly, 1 partner appearance, 1 proof asset added to your library. Quarterly, refresh your social proof library with 3 new outcomes. If you remember nothing else, remember this: authority is consistent receipts, not constant output. Pick one lane, show outcomes weekly, and tie every touchpoint to one clear, low-friction next step. That's visibility without the burn. Set your new set point, the 90-day money plan. You've built proof, boundaries, and visibility. Now we set a new ceiling on purpose and operationalize it. We're going to pick a specific monthly number, reverse engineer it into levers, and run a weekly cadence that turns asking into maintenance. 90 days is enough time to move meaningfully without losing focus. First, choose your next income set point. Not a dream, a stretch real number you can defend. State it as a monthly figure: $12,000 month, $18,000 month, $8,500 month. Employees, choose a comp target or a role plus comp package. Keep it visible. Right? I set my ceiling to X month for the next 90 days. Now we break it into targets: asks, pipeline, conversion, and average deal size. Start with the math. If your target is $12,000 and your average deal is $3,000, you need 4 wins a month. If your close rate on qualified calls is 40%, You need 10 qualified conversations. If 1 in 3 warm conversations turns into a qualified call, you need 30 warm starts. Those are your pipeline goals. For employees, translate wins into 2 or 3 outcomes with documented impact tied to your raise or role ask. Let me show you exactly how to map your levers. Use 4 lines. Average deal size, ADS. Close rate, CR. Qualified conversations, QC. Warm starts, WS. Target revenue equals ADS times wins. Wins, CR times QC. QC equals conversion from WS. You'll either raise ADS with better packaging, raise CR with clearer outcomes and options, or increase WS with authority system touches. Pick 1 primary lever and 1 secondary. Don't chase all 4. Next, set your weekly cadence. 2 asks, 1 proof asset, 1 boundary rep. That's it. 2 asks, send 2 proposals or raise requests or rate adjustments every week. 1 proof asset, a CPR case study, an internal wins post, or a testimonial added to your library. 1 boundary rep, a scope box added, a change order used, a rush fee enforced. Small, repeatable, trackable. Install a 10-point weekly identity evidence scorecard. Here's a simple version. Plus 2 points per clean ask sent, max 4. Plus 2 points for 1 proof asset published, max 2. Plus 2 points for 1 boundary rep, executed, max 2. Plus 2 points for a visibility move that leads to pipeline, DMs, partner pitch, aim for 8-10 points weekly. Below 6 means your reps are slipping. Scale the reps smaller, not off. Employees, your cadence. 2 alignment conversations or asks per week, manager, sponsor, cross-functional lead. 1 outcome proof posted internally, 1 boundary rep with workload trade-offs. Use your scorecard the same way. Now, build your 90-day plan in 3 30-day blocks. Days 130, stabilize and signal. Set your number, clean up your offers, build or refine your price ladder, and send your first 4 asks. Publish 4 proof pieces. Install your boundaries in writing and read them aloud in kickoffs. You're making your model visible. Days 30-160, raise leverage. Nudge ADS by 10-20% with better tier recommendations. Improve CR by tightening scannable proposals with options. Run 1 partner appearance to fill WS. Enforce a change order at least once. You're proving you can hold under mild pressure. Days 60-190, optimize and lock. Identify your highest converting proof topic and double it. Trim low fit leads using a short qualifier. Test a pilot offer once to de-risk a larger deal. If you're an employee, document outcomes monthly and lock a decision meeting with a written plan. Review ritual every Friday. Keep, kill, double. Keep what's working. Kill a tactic that drains time without moving a lever. Double 1 move that converts. Ask, which lever moved this week? What's the smallest rep that advances it next week? Let's build your exact weekly checklist. Monday, 30-minute plan. Choose 2 asks, pick 1 proof, schedule 1 boundary rep. Tuesday, send ask 1 by noon. Touch pipeline 2 warm messages. Wednesday, publish proof. Prep options for a live proposal. Thursday, send ask 2. Enforce 1 boundary or add 1 clause. Friday, scorecard, keep, kill, double, book next week's 2 asks. Common traps to avoid. Flailing between tactics. Decide your primary lever for 30 days and bias reps toward it. Counting thinking as doing. Score only sent asks, published proof, executed boundaries. Waiting for big windows. Reps live under 15 minutes, protect the rule. Micro story, a consultant set $24K month as her next set point. She chose ADS and CR as levers, built a better tier at $9,500, and sent 2 asks a week. In 60 days, she closed 3 better packages, added a $3,000 pilot to de-risk 1 holdout, and enforced 2 change orders. She averaged $22K in month 2, $26K in month 3. Same hours, different levers, steady cadence. Your last step, write your 90-day number, pick your primary lever, fill your weekly checklist for next week, and commit to the 10-point scorecard. The plan is simple because simple sticks. Your ceiling moves when your calendar proves it. Common traps and how to avoid them. All right, quick reality check before we lock your 90-day plan. These are the 5 traps that pull smart people back under the ceiling, and exactly how to sidestep each one. Trap 1, waiting to feel ready before asking. Ready is a feeling, not a metric, and it arrives after reps, not before. Avoid it by using the 3S rule. Pick one small, specific, scheduled ask every week. Send the $9,500 better option by Thursday 3 p.m. counts. Put it on the calendar, run your 2-minute pre-ask ritual, send it. Courage is a byproduct of evidence. Trap 2, overprepping decks instead of proof. Decks soothe anxiety, receipts close deals. Limit yourself to 1 page, outcome, options, success metric, and 2 proof lines. If you feel the urge to add slides, add a screenshot of a metric or a 1-sentence CPR case instead. More polish is not more persuasive, clear outcomes are. Trap 3, discounting to win deals you shouldn't take. A fast yes to a bad fit is an expensive no to your month. Install your default swap. Hold the outcome, trade scope, or timeline. If they still push, offer a paid pilot or exit cleanly. Use this line, "It sounds like budget is the constraint. We can right-size scope, run a pilot, or pause. What's best?" You're choosing fit, not famine. Trap 4, chasing volume over profitable fits. Volume looks like momentum, margins bring freedom. Define disqualifiers up front, no decision maker, unclear outcome, urgent but unsure, or we're price shopping. Add 3 qualifier questions to your discovery. What outcome matters most? Who decides? What happens if we don't solve it? If answers are fuzzy, park it. Free your calendar for better tier buyers. Trap 5, slipping back to hours after a tough negotiation. You'll be tempted to break your model just this once. That once becomes your ceiling. Keep a discovery sprint as your pressure valve. We'll do a $1,500 scoping sprint, then a fixed fee tied to success metrics. You satisfy the need for clarity without turning expertise into minutes. 2 meta traps to watch. Meta trap A, mistaking activity for leverage. A week of posts isn't a pipeline unless it leads to conversations. Tie every visibility move to one clear CTA. Score only sent asks, published proof, and executed boundaries. If it isn't on the scorecard, it didn't move the lever. Meta trap B, letting setbacks rewrite your identity. A no is data, not a verdict. Close the loop the same way every time. Regulate, log the rep, extract the lesson, and pick the next controlled action. Sent better at $9,500, got pushback on timeline next. Offer 90-day version at same price. You're training persistence without panic. Micro story because it matters. A PM hit a no budget wall 3 times in a row. Old pattern / price. New pattern, she held the outcome, offered a 90-day timeline shift, and added a pilot option. 1 chose the pilot, 1 chose timeline, 1 exited. Month end, 2 fits, 1 clean no discounts. Same market, different moves. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Traps aren't character flaws, they're unmade decisions. Pre-decide your swaps, your qualifiers, your pilot, and your 1-page proposal. Then run the cadence, 2 asks, 1 proof, 1 boundary every week. That's how ceilings crack and stay cracked. The 7-day identity income challenge. Let's lock this in with a simple, high-leverage week. 7 days, 1 small rep per day, each under 15 minutes. You're building identity evidence fast, not chasing perfection. Day 1, write your money identity and choose 6 micro-evidence reps. 2 values, 3 reps each. Read it out loud once. Then schedule the reps on your calendar. Keep each under 15 minutes. Day 2, run a leak audit and plug one. Pick the biggest leak you saw last week, free consulting, tiny favors, or agenda-less meetings. Install 1 sentence in writing. Example, add your discovery boundary to your booking page and save it as a text expander. Day 3, draft a CPR case study and post it. Context, process, result, 3 sentences and a number. Publish it where your buyers or boss will see it. No design, no carousel. Screenshot the metric. Day 4, practice your raise or rate script and send 1 clean ask. Record yourself once, cut the fillers, then send. Use the 4-beat cadence, value recap, proof, number, silence. Log it as evidence. Day 5, execute 1 boundary rep with a current client or manager. Send a scope box, add a change order line, or state office hours in a kickoff. Say it out loud, then point to it once this week. Day 6, build a good, better, best price ladder or internal options doc. 1 page, 3 options, clear inclusions and timeline. Use it immediately on your next proposal or project pitch. Day 7, review and set the next ceiling. Score your week, ask sent, proof published, boundary executed. Keep, kill, double. Write next month's set point and book 2 asks for next week. 2 guardrails to keep you consistent. First, state the rule, never skip 2 days. If you miss one, the next day is a layup rep, text expander, CPR draft, or scope box template. Second, track ask muscle fatigue. If a rep spikes dread past 7, shrink it, don't skip it. Smaller reps still cast votes for your identity. A quick booster for employees following along. On day 3, post your CPR internally in the team channel. On day 4, book a comp alignment chat with outcomes attached. On day 6, create role options. Good equals current scope with metrics, better equals added responsibility with title shift, best equals team ownership with compensation band. You're turning visibility into leverage. If you remember nothing else this week, remember this. Reps first, feelings later. You'll feel confident after your body learns that asking is safe. By day 7, you'll have real proof. 1 ask sent, 1 proof posted, 1 boundary enforced. That's identity, not hype. Micro stories, 3 quick wins from students. 3 fast wins to show you how small moves compound. Story 1, the outcome swap that paid in 24 hours. A UX writer replaced I write microcopy with I lift trial to activated 15-30% in 30 days on her site and sent a good, better, best proposal to a warm lead. She anchored at $7,500 for better. The client countered on scope. She dropped 2 screens, held the number, and closed at $7,500 the next day. The difference wasn't bravado. It was 1 outcome line, 1 ladder, 1 held boundary. Story 2, the employee who turned receipts into a role upgrade. He logged 2 quarters of CPRs, backlog down 33%, severity 1 incidents down 40%, CSAT up to 4.6. He booked a comp meeting and used the raise script, outcomes, anchor, decision date. Finance push timing. He replied, let's document the plan. Title to senior and base to $142,000 on the next cycle if I deliver X by Y, written agreement signed. He delivered the outcome early and the upgrade hit that cycle. Identity shift, from extra mile helper to operator who aligns value and comp. Story 3, the creator who packaged a mini offer and sold in 48 hours. She stopped giving away her onboarding checklist and turned it into a $79 mini offer with a 20-minute loom and a scope box template. She posted 1 CPR proof, added a CTA, and DMED 5 past leads. 2 bought in 48 hours. Those receipts fed her next case study, which closed a $1,200 diagnostic. Small product, big evidence. Here's the through line most people miss. They didn't win by feeling brave, they won by stacking tiny proof and using clean scripts. Outcome first language got them in the right rooms. Boundaries kept scope tight. Options anchored price without apology. And the nervous system work? It kept their voice steady long enough for the number to land. Take the part that matches your world and run it this week. Write the outcome line, ship the CPR post, send 1 ask, enforce 1 boundary. Your ceiling isn't a mystery number. It's the receipts you collect and the reps you repeat. Lightning FAQ, pushback you'll hear and what to say. You've got outcomes, options, and boundaries. Now let's speedrun the objections you'll hear and the exact lines that keep you in control. Think of this as your pocket guide. Short, calm answers that redirect to decisions without discounting. We don't have budget. Totally get it. We can hold the outcome and reduce scope, or keep scope and extend timeline. Which serves you best? If they still stall, add, let's lock a decision date. I'll hold these terms for 30 days. After that, my availability may change. Budget is a planning issue. Give them a planning path. Another vendor is cheaper. They might be a fit. My pricing maps to the outcome, timeline, and success metric we agreed. If we compare apples to apples, same pages, same timeline, same success metric, I'm confident in this number. If budget is the constraint, we can right-size scope. You're inviting a fair comparison, not defending ego. Can you do it for exposure? I don't exchange delivery for exposure. I can include a case study and logo use in the contract so you get more reach on the results we create. If exposure is a priority, we can design a proof package around it, full price, with a bonus review session. Exposure becomes a defined add-on, not a substitute for payment. We'll revisit next quarter. Great, let's lock a decision date now so you don't have to keep context switching. I'll hold these terms for 30 days. Want to put a placeholder on the calendar for the week of date? Eliminate drift. Dates drive decisions. You're new to this? That's exactly why I de-risk with a pilot. 4 weeks, one measurable metric, $3,000. If we hit it, we roll into the full engagement and I credit $1,500. You get proof before a bigger commitment. Reduce risk, not rate. Can you break down your hours? I don't bill hours because hours reward slowness. I price outcomes so you know your investment up front and I'm incentivized to deliver fast. If you want more clarity, we can do a $1,500 discovery sprint and then I'll quote a fixed fee with success metrics. Clarity first, then fixed fee. We need a discount. Happy to hold the outcome and meet your budget by adjusting scope or timeline. Do you want fewer pages at the same speed or the same scope over 90 days? Trade constraints, not price. Legal procurement needs more detail. I'll add a one-page appendix with inclusions, exclusions, timeline, success metric, and 2 proof lines. Anything else they require, keep it scannable. More words aren't more convincing, clear specifics are. What if it doesn't work? 2 safeguards. We define success up front, and we ladder risk with a pilot or phased scope. If we don't hit the interim metric, we pause and decide together, continue, adjust, or stop. You're sharing control and boundaries. Can we add one more thing? Happy to include new items. I'll send a quick change order with pricing and an updated timeline, and we'll align before starting. Same line, every time. This is where most over-delivery starts, don't let it. Why are you more expensive than freelancers who charge hourly? Because I price the change, not the time. If we hit the outcome, you get the value regardless of how fast I move. My clients hire me to reduce uncertainty and shorten time to result. You're selling certainty and speed. Can we start with a test at a lower rate? We can start with a pilot that's scoped to 1 metric at a pilot price. If it succeeds, we roll to the full engagement at standard terms. Pilot is the only lower, never a lower rate for the same scope. Can you hold the price for 6 months? I can hold these terms for 30 days. Beyond that, timeline and pricing depend on capacity. If timing is the constraint, we can schedule the project now with a later start date. Put a clock on the anchor. Can you include ongoing support for free? Ongoing support sits in the better and best options. If you want it with good, we can add a light support block for X with defined office hours and response SLAs. Support is a deliverable, not a favor. We've been burned before. Let's talk control. We'll agree on 1 success metric, keep a decision log, and run weekly checkpoints. I'll also include risk reversal via pilot so you get proof early. Process lowers fear. Can you guarantee results? I guarantee process, agreed scope, success metric, and consistent checkpoints. The outcome depends on factors we control together. That's why we define constraints and a decision log. No false promises, just grown-up clarity. Internal version for employees. Comp freeze. Understood. If I deliver outcome by date, can we document a title and base adjustment for the next cycle? Turn a soft no into a conditional plan. Can you take this on too? Yes, with a trade-off. I can take D, but will deprioritize B or extend timeline on C. Which do you prefer? Scope or time, never silent absorption. Why the rush fee? Short notice work displaces planned work. The 25% rush fee preserves quality and timelines. State it once, enforce it once. If you remember nothing else from this FAQ, remember this. Answer briefly, bring it back to outcome, and trade scope or time, not your number. Calm, repeatable lines build trust and keep your model intact. Here's the point, you don't raise income with bravery spikes. You raise it with identity evidence, outcome-first offers, and repeatable asks you can hold under pressure. Now run the 7-day identity income challenge. Write your money identity, close 1 leak, ship 1 CPR proof, and send 1 clean ask. Drop your day 4 ask in the comments so we can refine it together. Then watch the advanced pricing breakdown linked next to tailor your offer.